What's up, my two babies? It's Quela and Shay, babies. Welcome back to my channel, babies. Welcome back. Back. And if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and welcome to the family. I'm coming to y'all today with a mukbang video. You know, giving y'all a little juicy juice. I got Chipotle, and what I got a Chipotle bowl, y'all. So I got both of the rice, which is brown and white rice, black and pinto beans, steak meat, lettuce, corn, what else I got on here, bell peppers, onions, and the hot sauce. I do have some queso dip. I ain't gonna try it. I'm not gonna eat that shit. I'm gonna eat that like a little later. I might not even eat this whole bowl, depending on, you know, how hungry I am. Hungry because I didn't eat nothing today. So, you know, as I eat, depending on how hungry I am, that lets me know whether or not I'm gonna eat the whole bowl or not. So with that being said, guys, before I get to this video, make sure that y'all hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so y'all can be notified when your girl Quela and Shay drop some videos. Like, that's it. That's all. I'm trying to keep on dropping content for you guys. Like, I'm trying to keep them coming. I'm trying to, you know, stay motivated, keep these videos coming, and, you know, just keep the videos coming. So, I'm going to say my prayers, I'm going to bless my food, then we're going to get into the video. Okay, so, like I said, I'm going to eat a little, y'all, because this bowl is, like, full. I'm gonna kind of show y'all. I'm dropping lettuce. This bowl is like full, y'all. If y'all don't have a Chipotle when y'all live at, y'all gotta definitely try. Like, y'all gotta for sure definitely try it, because these Chipotle be. I'm not really a Chipotle person. I don't really eat like that. Only when I got a taste for it. But it is good, y'all. It is. So I'm gonna eat a little. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and hold y'all up. I'm just gonna come home just straight smash like I was. But I'm like, no. Let me do a video. Chipotle is real good, y'all. Like, it is. It's like a Chipotle. It's like a Mexican restaurant, y'all. I love Mexican food. I can eat Mexican food every day. That and pizza. And some tacos. So I used to talk to this boy. He I'm gonna get him Kevin. I used to talk to the boy named Kevin. Man, Kevin been talking probably like, I wanna say a good 2 years or whatever like that. And y'all, man, this boy, he really liked me, like, y'all, like, for real. And I'm not gonna say I ain't really like him back, but I liked him. But it was like, let me tell y'all. Y'all, he always wanted to be like bad me, like all this other stuff. Like, he always wanted to be under me type stuff. And the thing about it, y'all, like, I'm finna tell y'all, this is the crazy part about it. We actually started talking because my cousin used to talk to his friend. Well, my cousin used to go with his friend. And you know how that go. It was like, he assumed since my cousin talked to one with his friend that he could talk to me type stuff. So, I'm like, I won't talk to nobody. You know, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess I'll try it out, see how you is. So, y'all, let me tell y'all. So, this boy literally, like, I wasn't old enough. I'm not gonna say I wasn't really old enough to have like boy company and stuff like that. So Well, I was old enough, but my mom still didn't play that type of stuff. So it was like when he did come up, like he never came over our house. He never came over my house. But I went over his a couple of times. Of course, when his mama wasn't there. And, you know, I'm old enough to tell a story now, y'all. So his mama wasn't there, whatever. That's when I used to go to his house. So we used to talk on the phone, this, that, and the other. And it was like he went to jail. And when he went to jail, he'd be gone for like, first time he went to jail, he was gone for a couple of months. Second time, 6 months, I think. And then like the third time, it was like a year type stuff. Like each time he went to jail, it was getting longer and longer. And we went to the same high school. We did go to the same high school, but of course he didn't graduate because he always stayed in jail. So, you know, as time went on or whatever, we used to stay on the phone a lot. Like we used to just, stand on the phone a lot. He called me a lot, or I used to call him and stuff like that. So after a while, y'all, it was like, he was like, I want to see you, this, that, and other. We can, spending time with each other more, all this other stuff. But man, let me tell y'all, we didn't even go out. We were just talking. So he went to jail. Like when he went to jail the second time, when he went to jail the first time, I didn't know nothing about it. Like, because he was barely at school anyway. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's one of those street dudes, should I say. I'm not gonna say he didn't sell weed or anything like that. He just hung with the wrong crowd, knowing that his mama didn't play that type of stuff, y'all. Like his mama didn't play that at all, and he just still wanted to do what he wanted to do, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, bam. So I was still giving him a chance or whatever. So after that, when we was just talking or whatever, so he like so he was just basically telling me like, I really love you, this, that, and the other, all this other stuff. Y'all already know how dudes be talking and stuff. So I found out, like when he had went to jail, I had found out that he used to talk to his girl that went to school, I went to school with. So me and her wasn't friends or nothing. Like it wasn't, nothing like that. I did have a class with her. I had gym class with her, and he lied about it. And I forgot how I found out. No, he told me. Like, we had got to it one day. He was like, that's why I used to talk. That's why I be messing around with so-and-so, this, that, and other.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm like, oh, okay. So, I was mad a little bit because I'm like, Dad, you gonna wait till we get into argument for you to tell me this. Like, but it was like I was mad, but I really couldn't get mad because we weren't in a relationship type stuff. Like, y'all see what I'm saying. So it was like, so after that, or whatever, after he told me after he said what he said, I'm like, okay, cool, bam, whatever you do, what you do, I'm gonna continue to do what I do. Like, it was just that. So after that, we was, after a while, he stopped talking to her, or whatever, and I ain't care. Like, I ain't care if he continued to talk to her or not. So he stopped talking to her or whatever. So y'all, by this time, we like 2 years talking. We've been talking for like 2 years or whatever. But it wasn't like consistent 2 years, y'all. Like I said, because he was always in and out of jail. So it was like off and on type stuff. So it was like he'd just disappear out the blue. I didn't even know he went to jail. He'd just disappear out the blue or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so it's like, I don't know why. Now I'm not gonna say I attract jail boys, but it was this other dude I used to talk to as well. He used to go to jail a lot too, but that's another story time for another time. But anyway, continue back to this subject. He basically had got mad or whatever when when I had told him I ain't want to talk to him no more, I ain't want to deal with him no more, this, that, and the other. So we stopped talking for like a month, y'all. Like, we just stopped talking. I ain't talked to him, I ain't texted him, none of that. So he had eventually called me back. No, he eventually called me, and he was calling me during that little month span that we stopped talking, but I didn't answer the phone because what I'm gonna answer the phone for? Like, if you talk to somebody, what I'm gonna answer the phone for? Like, I was just confused as to what else could you possibly want with me if you already got someone else. So he like, so I finally answered the phone, y'all. He was so happy, he was so geeked and thirsty, this, that, and the other. So he used to talk to me, like he used to try to talk to me at school when he used to see me at school and stuff. But I used to just like ignore him and brush him off or whatever. Like, no, I'm cool on you. Like, no, you did what you did. You said what you said on that phone and you stood on that. So I'm going to continue to do me and I'm going to stand on what I'm going to stand on. So he like, it's not even like that. You just pissed me off, this, that, and the other. It don't matter how mad I made you. Like, you didn't have to wait till you got mad at me. You didn't have to wait till we had got into a little altercation for you to sit here and say what you said. Like, it didn't have to go that way. Like, you could have just bluntly told me and I would have been perfectly fine with it. Because like I said, we wasn't in no relationship no way. But don't act like, don't get mad don't get mad how I do you, how you did me type stuff. Like, that's how I looked at him. That's why I told him. Again, he wasn't trying to hear. He was just basically saying like it wasn't like that, this, that, and the other. Y'all, I still wasn't trying to hear that. I just said, I'm like, whatever. So eventually y'all had gave in and I just thought about talking to him or whatever. He was like, I don't even talk to her no more, all this other stuff. I was missing you. Boy, if you don't all this stuff, man, y'all, it was just like this sweet nothing that a bunch of sweet nothing that he was saying. A bunch of sweet nothing. So I'm just sitting here just taking everything all in, like, like, you know, just happy, like, get that he talking about he don't talk to the girl no more and stuff. Y'all, this is high school stuff, y'all. And I graduated from high school in 2015. But this was between 8th and 9th grade. This was between my middle schools, starting at 7th grade to 9th grade. So I stopped talking to him my freshman year or whatever. It was literally like half of my 9th grade year, should I say. And that's when I officially cut him off. Like, it wasn't even all the way to my 9th grade year when I had officially cut him off, y'all. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, boom. You know, I gave him a second chance or whatever. So, like I said, y'all, he never been to my house and I never ever been to his house. But at this time, I never ever been to his house. But I knew where he stayed at. He knew what I stayed at. Finally, one day I went up to his house, y'all, and his mama wasn't there. And this is how crazy it is, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I had my cousin stayed coming up in my house when I was young because me and her the same age. I'm 6 months older than her actually. But me and her the same exact age or whatever. So every time she came over, like, we used to always find something to do. It was like we was never bored. And when she used to come over my house, she used to meet up with her boyfriend, and I used to meet up with him or whatever. Like, we just meet up together. And there was a park by his house, like literally right down the street from his house. You can see the park from his house. And they used to all just meet up there, him and the dudes or whatever. We used to meet at the park. And one day, he like, just come to my house. So one day I was at me and my cousin had finally one day me and my cousin had went to the park or whatever. And her boyfriend was there. We knew her boyfriend was there, which is my best friend at the time, but I didn't know that Kevin was with them. So he always told him, like, you know, next time I come out, I'm gonna come to your house, then the other. I used to be mad, y'all, because I knew I always wanted to come at the time when his mom used to be at home, just so I can, just because I knew he couldn't have company. So I just wanted, that was an excuse, because I wasn't ready to go to his house yet. Like, I wasn't then, because y'all already knew dudes wanted one thing. So y'all, let me tell y'all. So on this day, this particular day, him and my cousin was it was me, my cousin, him, and her boyfriend or whatever. He was like, y'all can all come to my house, this, that, and other. We can just chill out, you know, just do whatever. So I'm like, cool. So y'all, let me tell y'all. So I'm like, cool or whatever. So everybody was all cool with it, whatever. So we had all walked down the street to his house. And he had ended up, you know, we just sitting there, all of us was sitting up in the living room at first, just talking or whatever. So he ended up going in the room. And it was me and my cousin, and it was me, Brianna, and her boyfriend. We were just sitting there talking or whatever. So I already knew then, like, he just basically wanted me to come in the room, so I ain't even say nothing. So I'm just sitting there, whatever. He come calling my name, y'all. Talking about some, come here, or whatever. He's like, come in my room, I gotta show you something. So I'm like, dang. So y'all, instantly my heart just dropped, because I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So after that, I had went in his room, and I'm like, what's up? He like, he come closing the door, y'all. He like, lay on my bed, this, that, and the other. He just basically trying to pour his heart, y'all, like pour his heart. I really love you, all this other stuff, just da whatever. So I'm like, okay. So y'all, the whole time I'm just sitting here just like nervous and scared. Like I don't even know why. Like I was just scared because like I ain't never ever had at the time been in a boy house. Like he was the first boy house I ever been in. So I'm like, okay. So he like just lay on the bed, so I can love on you, all this other stuff. I'm like, but I told him I did this like boy bad, like that, whatever. Like I was serious, like I was like, no. So man, his mama didn't even know we was there. So his mama did end up calling, and then she was like, who are you? Better not have no company in my house or whatever. He said it's just he like, it's just James, mom. So James is my cousin's boyfriend. And she was like, okay, well he about to be the only one there. So she was like, I'll be home in a minute. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like happy when she said that. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yes. But then I'm like, dang. Then he was like, dang, I can't even do what I want to do to you, this, that, and other. I'm like, boy. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Your mama coming. So like I said, the whole time y'all was happy that his mama was coming, y'all. So he hurried up and ran in the living room because his mama called the house phone, y'all. Like, she had called the house phone. And his mama had, by that time he had ran in the living room and was like, y'all, my mama come or whatever. So we had to hurry up and like run or whatever, like run out the house. Me and my cousin, we had to hurry up and ran out, all of us ran out the house. Well, not ran, but me and my cousin ran out the house. But his friend, which is James, he just, you know, walked out or whatever, because he a boy or whatever. So he was like, he didn't care. So we had eventually went back to the park. So a couple of days later, me and my cousin had spent out of my auntie house. So y'all, this is the funny part, y'all. Like, it was so funny. So so me and my cousin had spent out on my auntie house, y'all. And my auntie basically saying, like, my uncle was like, yeah, y'all can go out for a while. Man, y'all, this was like 7 something at night. Well, it's about 6, 7 something in the evening or whatever. So they was like, yeah, y'all can go out for a while, this, that, and other. Just come back before it get, you know, too late. So I'm like, dang. So I had told him, like, you know, by this time, y'all, I was ready. Like, I was ready for whatever. So by this time, me and my cousin, we was all geeked up with us. So she had walked to her boyfriend's house, and I had walked to, you know, what name did I get this boy in this video, y'all? Dang it. I ain't gonna say, I don't want to say his real name, but I had walked to Kevin's house. Yeah, that's the name I gave him, Kevin. So I had walked to Kevin's house. So I'm like, okay, cool. So imagine, it was dark outside. It was dark outside. So I had walked to his house or whatever. So actually my cousin had met me halfway going to his house. And then she had turned around and went to her boyfriend's house or whatever. So I'm like, dang. So after that, and they lived like Kevin and James lived like literally like, I want to say 10 minutes away from each other in the car, but walking like a good 20, 30 minutes. No, a good 20 minutes. So she was saying that he was coming to pick her up anyway. So she was like, he finna come pick me up, because I didn't want my cousin walking by herself. I'm like, no, whatever. And she was like, no, he finna come pick me up. Her boyfriend had a car. Man, my dude, he ain't had nothing. He was broke just like I was. I ain't had no car or nothing. I just had a house. We both just was still staying with our parents. So he was broke just like me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So her boyfriend eventually came and picked her up or whatever. And he had, when I had got to his house, whatever, so we laid down, like I had I went in his room or whatever, we had laid down. So my cousin texted me like, Uncle Larry looking for us, Uncle Larry looking for us. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, here go Brianna testing. So I'm like, damn, we finna get in trouble. Like, cause he been told that manager by this time. When I went over there, it was like 7 o'clock. And when she got to where she got to, like I said, about 10 minutes apart, they was like, her boyfriend eventually came pick her up. So we had waited for her boyfriend. Cause when I got to him or whatever, when she had walked me to his house, well, halfway to him or whatever, it was, we had waited on her boyfriend, and he had came pick her up, and me and him had just walked the rest of the way to his house. So after her boyfriend came pick her up, cause we had met up at the park. So I'm like, so here it is, a couple of hours going back, whatever. She was like, Uncle Larry looking for us, this and the other. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, what we do? I'm like, oh, I was nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness. So like when my uncle, he used to be, when we spent out over there, like he didn't care. I'm not gonna say he didn't care what we did, but he didn't care what we did, long as, you know, it wasn't like something that's gonna get us in trouble or stuff like that. So she was like, he said that he was riding around looking for us, all this other stuff. So I had snuck his mama come calling again. So by this time, I'm like, you know what, I just gotta go. So I'm looking at my phone. His mama come calling again, like I'm on my way home, this, that, and the other. So I'm like, he was like, you on your way home right now, Mom? And she was like, yeah, Kevin, what you mean? I'm on my way home right now. She was like, what? She was like, you better not be having nobody in my house. She was like, cause it sounds like you were doing something you ain't got no business doing. So I'm up the street. Y'all, baby, let me tell y'all, when she was talking about she was up the street, I'm like, yeah, that's my cue to really leave, because I'm not fit to get in trouble. So I dipped. And I was by myself. It was like 10 something at night. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm not finna sit here and play with you or none of that. Like, I'm about to go here to go. So he was like, soon he was like, no, just wait. She ain't really up the street. She ain't really up the street. So he just lying, y'all. He just want me to stay in that bed, and I wasn't finna do that, because we ain't do nothing. I wasn't finna get nothing started, because she wasn't finna catch me. So soon, like literally soon as I got up the street, like it was so dark, I don't know if she saw me or not. She probably saw me and didn't know that I came in her house when his mom was coming driving up the street to go turning their driveway. She probably saw me, didn't know I was coming out her house. She probably saw me walking down the sidewalk, didn't know I was coming out her house, or she just didn't see me at all because it was dark outside. So literally soon as I was walking up the sidewalk, you know, texting and calling my cousin, whatever, she was turning into her driveway. Yeah, if I would have got caught, baby, let me tell y'all, that would have been messed up for real. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, no, I'm not even finna sit here and do. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not about to, you know, I'm not finna come over your house no more, because this is my second time coming over here. Your mama, like, literally almost caught us back to back. I'm like, I'm not finna do that no more. You ain't gotta worry about me trying to sneak over here no more, none of that, because, no. I'm like, I know dang on well, if my mom was to catch us, I wouldn't even be here right now, probably to the day, to tell this story. I'm like, nope. So it'd be my best is just for me to go ahead and just see you at school, or I don't know, because I wasn't coming back out. So my cousin had finally her boyfriend had finally dropped off or whatever. So they had came, she was like, where you at or whatever. And her boyfriend had came pick me up, y'all. Then we had dropped us off to my auntie's house, and my uncle here was basically saying like, where y'all was at? I was riding around looking for y'all, all this other stuff. Yeah, it was, I'm not gonna say it was bad, but it was like, it was bad, because like I almost got caught, y'all, like for real. Like if his mama would have saw me, it wouldn't be nothing pretty, probably. Then again, I don't know, because I never ever seen his mama. Like still to the day, I never ever seen his mama, and it was crazy. But I'm like every time I used to call their house phone or whatever, you know, she act like, I'm not gonna say she had an attitude, but like, what you keep calling my house phone type stuff. That's how she had, that's the kind of attitude she had. But I'm like, hey girl, I'm calling for your son. The fuck? I'm just playing. But nah. But it was like, she sounded nice on the phone, but some days, like I said, it sounded like she just had an attitude. And I'm like, girl, okay, well, I won't be calling you, calling your phone no more. I'm not finna, and it wasn't the fact I wasn't gonna deal with him no more because of his mama, you know, finna catch us. But it was the fact that you was always in and out of jail. You didn't have really nothing going on for yourself. Like, you barely came up to school. When you did show up to school, it was like you was skipping. It was like his head wasn't on his shoulders right, and I ain't have time for that. Like, that wasn't the kind of person I was looking for. So I had to just let it go. Like, nope, I ain't have time for that. So yes, baby, that was my story time for y'all. If y'all see that I got this shirt on in more than one video, because I'm finna make, like, continue to make videos today. If y'all see I got this shirt on, just now y'all business, because I'm running these videos up today. Like, I got a couple of more videos lined up that I'm doing today. So that was my story time for y'all. Like I said, just don't get peer pressured, y'all, into doing nothing that y'all don't want to do. It's just not worth it. You don't want to go. If you don't feel safe talk going to nobody's house, don't go. If you don't feel safe laying down, don't go. So thank you, baby, for watching my video. Thank you for tuning into my video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified when your girl Quela posts on her channel. And I'm gonna see you guys in another video.